Okay. Tikwa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can proceed now.
Oh, okay. I have an American accent, which you will obviously notice. So I'm going to butcher your name. I am sorry. Okay, so today we are interviewing Monika Ujvari. She is a nutritionist specializing in the pH balance of foods and their effects on the body. The pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 0 is the most acidic and 14 is the most alkaline. 7 is neutral. She is going to tell us her history and her life story and tell us how we can use foods to improve our health. Thank you, Monika.
Thank you too for being here. So my name is Monika Ujvari. I'm actually now a nutritionist, and I also have diploma in applied psychology, which I wanted to do it to know people better, to know how to talk with sick people because they are really vulnerable. So I felt that it's a good idea to learn a bit psychology. And I also have a diploma in acupressure because I was interested of the pressure points of the body.
What happened?
Some people are starting to come on.
Can you please close your mics?
So
Whose mic is on?
Anyway. Oh, hey guys, close your microphones so you're not making weird noises at us. And hi, everybody. And let's let Monika continue.
Okay.
yeah, so I felt important to also learn psychology and acupressure because everything it's helping to heal the body, especially when we really go into these sicknesses. Well, my problem started very early. I started to have dairy problems, so problems with dairy products from really early age, like a child. And then these allergies, well, I'm not sure was it because of side effects of the childhood vaccine. But in the end, around my age of 25, I had like around 15 allergies. Then I started to gain weight. I started to have heart problems. And it came out that my valve it's not really closing, so the blood is coming back, so it's not really oxygenating my blood. And well, I was treated with heart pills for like around 15 years, and then in the around 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I started to have flu kind of symptoms for a year, and doctors they couldn't find anything, no virus, no bacteria, and then suddenly in 3 days, here on my neck, where is the collarbone, if you see, it appeared a lump which it was around like a ping pong ball, and I was really scared. So I went immediately to the doctor, and he didn't have good news, and he said we have to go to biopsy. But of course, he didn't say 100% what it is. But definitely wasn't a fat lump, you know, because these fatty lumps, they are not coming out so easily and quickly. And so he gave me an appointment to biopsy just after 1 month. And then I said to myself, if this thing came out in 3 days, what will happen with me in 1 month? So I went home, and I don't have to tell you how desperate I was and sad, and also my family. And then I said to myself, I was 36 years old. I gave enough time for doctors to treat me, but I didn't feel any good effects or me going to be healed or going in the right direction. So I started to search, and I have to tell you, I wasn't a nutritionist at that time. I started to search online, nutritionists, doctors who turn nutritionists. A lot of scientific research is about it. And in a couple of days, I kind of write myself a diet. And good news that this lump disappeared in around 2 weeks. And then in another 4 weeks, even the pain when I felt pressing, it disappeared. And when I went back to the biopsy, the doctor it didn't believe that he doesn't see anything there. He said he never seen anything like this, and a miracle happened. So then I told him what I did, and he couldn't say to me anything. He just, the conversation stopped there, and we said goodbye to each other. So that's all it happened, and this really pushed me to look better in nutrition, in herbs, vitamins, remedies. And recently, in a couple of years, I started to look towards homeopathy. So I'm really happy to be here and maybe learn also from you. I realized.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. So then I realized that the problem is with the intake of food. So the problem is what we eat. So our food is making us sick. So I started to research and learn, and then I became a nutritionist. And then I saw that our food chain is broken. So all the fruits and vegetables we eat this day, they are full with pesticides, herbicides, growth hormones, ripening agents. Our meat is grown in factory farming with at least 6 kinds of antibiotics, which they are given like constantly against those inflammations the animals has in their body, because they are kept in terrible conditions. So also these animals are fed with genetically modified organisms, which are actually affecting our DNA, our body. It's genetically modifying us, I can say that. Also, I was really happy that a couple of years ago, scientists found out.
Neelam, I think you have your speaker on. Guys, the speakers are making interference. There we go. Okay.
So, so the couple of years ago, when scientists found out that actually our DNA is opening up and closing and opening up every time we drink and eat something, and takes the information, actually the nutrients in, which our DNA feels like information, what gets through nutrition. So it means every time we drink and eat something, that affects even our DNA inside of every cell. And this is what is actually making us sick. Whatever wrong is happening, it's happening on a molecular, on a cellular level. So it's not just we ingest food and then, oh, it will affect a bit our gut, or it affects a bit our liver, or, no, it affects 100% every cell in the body, every organ, our skin, our joints, our brain.
Yes, food is information.
Exactly. Thank you. You just made me goosebumps. So, yeah, so how important is to eat the right food? Yeah, like around 20, 30 years ago, our food was food. I mean, was organic. I don't think it was used so many chemicals on it. But now, also scientists found out that just in the last 10 years, our fruits and vegetables have 10 times less nutrients and vitamins than before. And just like normally grown, we are not talking about organic or biodynamic, which is even better than organic, but just a conventional food was grown before. And these new fruits and vegetables are full, and meat are full with chemicals which affect our body. So I found out the best way to feed myself to turn to organic food. I mean, thanks God, in a lot of countries, you can find in many shops a little space for organic food, or even other ingredients like grains, like couscous, bulgur, whatever. You can find organic, and it's not that expensive. I'm not sure in India, so but hopefully you also have some place to go and buy like pesticides free and organic food. And in London, I was able to shop from farmers around London who also produce their organic food. So buying directly from farmers, it makes also food much cheaper than buying from these big stores uh, who are maybe selling. And we
Yeah,
don't know.
we have farmers here on the Zoom meeting today.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah, so tell them how important it is to do
Oh my God.
chemical-free farming.
Exactly. That's honestly the food you prepare. It's God's food. It's the best we can have, honestly. And actually, I'm just in another course, permaculture, if you know it, growing food in a natural way, which is a self-sustainable agriculture. So it's much healthier. It doesn't destroy nature, so it helps. It works together with nature. So
very, very important.
yeah, I would love to have my own organic farm. Hopefully, I gave myself 1.5, 2 years, and I would like to grow my own food. Actually, I do.
Great.
I do in my little garden over here with my brother. So it's so happy when you see your own food growing, pesticides free, everything free. And I'm telling you, it's growing beautifully. And that taste, I even forgot the taste of the organic or real food, because that food in the shops, sometimes they are tasteless, you know. If someone doesn't find organic in their shops, usually they have like grown in their own country, locally grown. So if, let's say, if you have two types of tomatoes, one is cheaper, the other one is more expensive. So buy the more expensive one, because definitely has more nutrients in it. So this is how I healed myself, because at that time I wasn't really into organic. So, but I didn't buy anymore the really, really cheap one. So I bought the better quality one. So it still works good on the body and it heals. Unfortunately, there is a very strong connection, because I learned a lot about cancer, between diet and cancer. And this was admitted in 1982, the US National Cancer Institute admitted this connection. And that's almost 40 years ago, and still nothing really happens. And then they said that there is strong evidence that there is a big connection between diet and cancer, and we're supposed to eat more fruits, vegetables, whole grain. We have to cut down in fats, in salt, in alcohol, in cured food. and smoked food. I would also, this is what they said, and I will also add sugar, because sugar is literally destroying everything in the body. Um Sugar is around 10 times more addictive than cocaine. It's so bad. It causes so much addiction. It kind of is it hypes the brain, and it kind of never let you alone. So you have to have it. Otherwise, you feel very down, you know? You don't have this spikes, which makes you good. And also other risk factors are the chemicals in our cleaning products, not just household, not just household cleaning products, but the body cleaning products. And I also use eco-friendly and organic. Just imagine when you take a shower, the hot water makes your pores exactly to, oh, I love you, makes our pores bigger. So you absorb a incredible amount of chemicals from these cleaning products. A couple of years ago, I'm sure you also know Johnson's & Johnson's had a big court case. It was sued because it was causing cancer to kids. And I think it was sued for more than $200 million or something like this. I'm not sure now on a.
It was huge.
It was huge. And what happened? The shops are full with Johnson's & Johnson's. Nothing really happened. So,
right.
I mean, I know a lot of doctors and scientists, because I see now, because of COVID, they are fighting, you know, against this power, you know, this. And but I just feel like it's not happening anything. Although the truth is out there, we know it. Everyone is telling, we are talking about. I saw bigger webinars and seminars with thousands of people, even more than 10,000 of people, and still nothing is happening. So we are fighting against the big power, but
well, you know, we have to take care of
give up.
ourselves. You know, we have to take care of ourselves and take things into our own hands and be responsible for what we do.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you know, these pharmaceutical chemicals, medicines, they contain also so much chemicals. So those, just look at the side effects. I just got the, I don't know, 20 years ago, we have a algopyrin is the name. It's kind of a paracetamol or something. When I moved back in Hungary and I cleaned a bit, they have a very small list of side effects. But if now you check the side effects of the medicine today, you will have a page or two, isn't it? I mean, that's huge. I'm not taking any medicines, not even painkiller, for 10 years. For against pain, if I have a little headache or something, I'm using turmeric capsules. They're the strongest painkiller, anti-inflammatory, antiviral, bacterial. It's just an amazing. There is a huge list of the good effects of turmeric. And I know you guys, you use turmeric, so I'm really proud of you because that's amazing. That if I have to write a list with the best remedies, turmeric will be on the first place. But also I know you eat spicy food, which is also not good. Sometimes it's really good to eat spices because it's really cleaning the blood and it's helping digestion. But when you use spices every day, and especially like a combo spices, mixing 3 or 4 spices, it's totally fine. I usually, when I mix, I use salt, pepper, turmeric, or I use oregano is my favorite, especially in avocado. but also many spices are also not a good choice. The other very bad which are loaded with chemicals, it's the rubbers, the plastics, the paints, our furniture, our floors
Formaldehyde.
are treated with fire retardants, which are actually a very strong hormonal disruptors. And this is what is when our hormones are not in balance, then it's affecting the whole body, every organ. But this is how people, they start to gain weight. I have this problem in my family too. And now I wrote them a nice diet and they are keeping it, thank God, because I was talking with them for years and years. And in the end now, hopefully it's working. So the hormonal imbalance, it affects so much our body weight. And it's so hard. So there is, you can really lose weight. And a lot of people, they think by not eating that much or eating just once a day, it will make them lose weight, but it's not true. Unfortunately, when you eat less than three times a day, the body will hold on to the fat because that's energy, because it doesn't know when it will get again food. So the body tries to protect itself by holding on the fat. So by eating actually at least 5 times a day, it will make your body to burn fat, which means you eat 3 times a day, and between the meals, then it's very good to eat fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts. It's just amazing. Sometimes I just peel a carrot and I eat the carrot, and it gives you energy. And other thing, what is very important, the body needs energy. Between our cells, there is electricity. So what does give our body energy? And that is just the raw fruits and vegetables. Just the raw fruits and vegetables. Even the spring water, they still have a bit of energy and a bit of nutrition. But this is the reason why we have to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, a lot of salads or fruit salad. Because without energy, the body will get a low immune system. And then low immune system brings in sicknesses. Also, when we ingest all of these chemicals, first it reaches the colon. And the colon has a very fragile flora, all the bifidus bacteria. So because this flora is very fragile, these ingredients, these harmful chemicals, it destroys it. And then a proper digestion and absorption, then it's impossible. So although we eat food, but we can't absorb that much. The other thing, which in my opinion, is the first sickness which we got, is actually the spreading of candida, which is a fungus in our colon. We need it, but just in a very small amount. But this candida is taking the place of the good bacteria, and it will never grow back because it's a very strong fungus. It will never let the good bacteria grow back, even if you take prebiotics or probiotics. So these days, 80% of the population in let's say in the rich countries, they have 80%. They have problems with digestion. They have candida overgrowth, and in my opinion, this is what I experienced. That's the first sickness coming in, and from here, everything is going to go wrong. So from here, the body will get sick wherever the immune system is lower, wherever is weaker. And this is how allergies first start coming in, because the candida produce little holes in the colon lining. And then over there, we start to absorb those nutrients we shouldn't absorb on that part of the colon. And the body feels that it's something we shouldn't be there. So it starts to work again. This is why I guess I had like 15 types of allergies. But thanks God now I don't have to take anything. And well, the dairy is still not, I'm not able to eat dairy, but I can say I'm healthy. And so from here, this is how the allergies are coming in. And going through the whole, oh yeah. So when we ingest not just sugar, but let's say white flour, that's another danger food, let's say like this. So the colon lining, it's not straight. It has these little ripples, and I'm sure you have seen a raw dough. How is a raw dough? Yeah. When we eat any products made from white flour, in our colon, it will become again like a raw dough, and it will get stuck in this little ripples, you know, little inside, and they can get stuck there for 30, 40 years of all your life if you don't do anything against some detoxing or things like. So your colon will be blocked by 80–90%. So in that little place, it's available for absorption. The only thing will get absorbed is just fat and sugar, because these two are absorbed quicker by the body. So this is the other reason we are getting sicker and sicker, because sugar has so many side effects. Fat has also so many side effects, especially if it's not if it's a trans fat or it's not a healthy fat. Sorry. So white sugar, white flour, white rice. We should eat any other alternatives of sugar, which, let's say, raw honey. Unfortunately, in the shops you find just filtered honey, so it doesn't have any nutritional properties. It's just a pure sugar. So I would say just look for it. Just buy raw honey, if it's possible, organic. Buy instead of sugar, you can find xylitol, it depends how you pronounce over there, erythritol, and stevia. So there are so many other alternatives of white sugar. We have to use them, and then to get healthier. So not eating sugar at all, it will actually make our body healthy. But there are these alternatives, which a lot of people, they can't do a proper diet. So because we are so addicted, so we need something instead of the white sugar. So then we are able to follow on any diet. And actually the raw honey has so many benefits. So it's also the strongest natural antibiotic. So we don't have to be afraid getting infected with any virus or bacteria, because we have there an amazing natural antibiotic. Then also the xylitol and erythritol and stevia, it's perfect for people who already have diabetes, because these sugar molecules are so big that the body cannot absorb them. So it doesn't cause any side effects. And well, brown sugar is also not good. It's the same. In many countries, they just they are coloring the white sugar and selling like a brown sugar. So I will try to say as much as I can, as quick as I can. So we have to check also the label of the ready-made foods we find in the shops, because they have hidden sugar inside, although they don't supposed to have, but they add like corn syrup, like palm sugar, like cane sugar or sucrose, fructose, which is not really good. A lot of people, they also, because one sugar side effect is when you have like your mood is just going up and down, and because of this, a lot of people, they develop even depression, just like a side effect of sugar. Also, sugar is very, very bad and should be removed totally from the diet for those people who has um, arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis problems. It affects very bad your skin. The sugar, it makes it to age very quick, or affects your liver. Your liver, it can have like fat deposits in and around them, which is very bad, especially from fructose. Well, it can cause fatty liver. Then also sugar affects in very bad way our arteries and our heart. It's not just causing cancer, but it's causing heart disease, heart problems, even heart attacks, because it's damaging the arteries. So then, yet cholesterol is there to heal the damaged arteries, but because we are getting more and more sugar in the blood, then this deposit, it starts to be thicker and thicker. So then the heart has to work harder and harder, and these arteries became very stiff, so they won't be able to work properly. Of course, I mean, your insulin, your pancreas is producing the insulin. So when you have too much sugar in your blood, then your body tries to produce more and more insulin. And if we have more and more spikes, like every day, because we consume every day, and I'm telling you, we consume like around 17 grams a day, which is amazingly a lot. And this insulin, after a while, the pancreas, it gives up, it cannot produce, it stops working. So this is how diabetes, type 2 diabetes comes in. And it's damaging your kidney. I wanted to talk about fats also, if we have another quick 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because in a lot of countries, a lot of people, they eat a lot of amount of fat. We're supposed to, our diet supposed to have just around 20% fat. Yeah, it should contain just 20% fat. But we used to eat around 44%, and unfortunately the wrong kind of fat, which now in the shops are the trans fats, which are hydrogenated, so they are causing a bigger damage than any other fat. Animal fat is not really good. We should eat a lot of saturated fats, just 10%, and we should eat unsaturated fats, like a lot of seeds, a lot of cold pressed oils, like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax